the biggest thing that's trending has all week long has been Cody Rhodes, The Rock, and all this. But news broke out this week. WrestleOps. The Rock would prefer to work with Cody Rhodes in the main event of next year's WrestleMania. That's according to WON. Abel, that means we have a year away from that. Does that mean it's going to be for the championship? Is Cody Rhodes going to be the champion until next year's WrestleMania? Your thoughts?
That's a really great question. I mean, when we went into WrestleMania, I really thought because The Rock was calling himself the final boss that Cody didn't stand a chance at WrestleMania this year. That they were continuing to build and build, but I think they did the right thing to put the belt on Cody. And I think again, The Rock is the final boss. If you think about a video game, what is that final chapter of that book where you could put the bloodline chapter behind you is when you have to confront that final bloodline boss, the final boss, The Rock at WrestleMania 41. I do think Cody will have to be champion all the way through, will conquer the final boss and continue to probably even break Roman's streak.
No, I don't necessarily think Roman's
Oh,
streak will be broken. That's a hell of a streak. I
that's
love
what,
Cody Rhodes.
4 years.
I am a Cody crybaby through and through. However, I think that reign, no pun intended, that Roman had, I mean, it's legendary. And like I don't necessarily, if you're trying to gun for it again, like I don't necessarily think you should do it so soon because I feel like that
Mm,
diminishes everything that Roman did.
sure.
Like Cody Rhodes, I mean, he has his own journey, he has his own road to follow here. And it could be different. Like does necessarily Cody versus The Rock doesn't necessarily even have to be for the championship. Like we heard on Monday Night Raw, The Rock said, whether you have that championship or not, I'm gunning for you. When I come back, I'm coming after you.
Yeah, I mean, I
And that
think
was a
that
teaser right there.
statement that you just broke down, it's also like that safety that he placed there because you don't know what could happen. You don't know if Cody could get injured this year. You don't know what will happen if let's say LA Knight a year ago, the guy was red hot, and if they want to put the belt on LA Knight this year, maybe, you never know. So,
You never know. No, you're right. It's a good safety blanket.
mhm.
Absolutely. Um, but I think there's also a possibility, we can't rule this out either. Cody possibly losing the championship some point and to eventually gain it back heading into WrestleMania. That could be a possibility.
Not for the story I feel that we've been on for this long, for the story that he losing last year at WrestleMania to coming to this year and winning it, back-to-back Royal Rumble wins. He's been labeled the face of this company, the most successful that this company has ever been in a really long time. This new era that we're approaching that they keep jamming down our throats. It's this new era, and
Right.
this is the face. This is the who we put our money on. I think he's definitely gonna be champion a year from now. Now the question is, who are you excited for him in a face? Because you mentioned earlier there has to be something different from him and Roman, right? Like, what is this championship now going to be? How is it going to be different? And I think defending it on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on every pay per view, having more title defenses than Roman Reigns, even as long as his reign was, I think that's where they need to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, there's no doubt. I mean, Cody is a baby face, and Cody is one of those fighting champions. So and he even said, I think on the Pat McAfee show that he would like to be on Raw and SmackDown. So, we're going to see a lot of Cody Rhodes. Whether he defends it every week, I'm not too sure. I wouldn't be surprised if we perhaps see an occasional title defense on Raw or SmackDown. For sure, we're probably going to see it every PLE, uh, on his part. So
You
yeah,
want
that right away
live event
differentiates.
tickets? Cody Rhodes defending the title at a live event. I mean, that'd be great.
Maybe even that. I mean, like, yeah, Roman Reigns hasn't been even on a live an event in quite some time. So, like, I'm sure we'll see more of Cody and the World Heavyweight Championship, or the Universal Championship out there on the road. But I mean, no, I mean, there are plenty of opportunities for Cody to, put over some some talent here to get new opportunities, get some new matches, new storylines.
Who are some of
However,
those dream matches that you want to see Cody
I
in?
mean, there's not per se, not necessarily dream matches per se, but like I'm all about like I think this is where maybe you and I kind of defer. Like I'm just all for a good story, like for a good story, and a good match is basically the cherry on top for me. Um, but like I will say this though, like having this leaked out, but The Rock against Cody Rhodes main eventing. That's what The Rock wants. And keep in mind, the original goal is for The Rock versus Roman Reigns for next year's
Mhm.
WrestleMania, right?
Right.
So this is now all of a sudden things change. Cody Rhodes definitely the face of the company. Like I think there's no arguing that right now. But like with this being so far out, does this kind of spoil things now? Like for every storyline that's coming our way, do we just know that Cody Rhodes is going to be champion all throughout, no matter who he faces?
Did it spoil it back when you had The Rock versus John Cena and you had a year built to it and you knew that that was going to be your main event at WrestleMania?
But that wasn't for the championship,
No,
though.
but it was the match.
It was the
And you just
match.
mentioned that it doesn't have to be for
But
the title.
mm, but like
So,
as we're saying though, you believe, and you could be right. I think you're more likely right than wrong in this case scenario, where Cody Rhodes will hold the championship until WrestleMania. Would that spoil anything for you, knowing the fact that like no matter what comes his way, Cody's going to win, and it's going to be Cody versus Rock WrestleMania 41
well,
for the championship?
going to what you mentioned about a good story. You just built this guy, uh, back-to-back WrestleMania wins. The what he did in these last few years since he came back to the WWE. You've built him up to be this big star, the biggest superstar that the WWE has. As far as strength to persevere, absolutely. Like this guy is one of those people who's not going to give up. So you could put anybody in front of him, and he'll make you believe that yeah, he's going to leave with the title, but it may not be easy, and that's part of the story, right?
Mm.
That this is a fighter. This is Rocky Balboa. When he's facing at the end of the movie, Rocky's going to win, but it's not going to be easy. And the road, and like you said, the story, it's not going to be easy for him. So I think that I could still see Cody Rhodes, and I don't think it's going to tarnish any championship um, battles that he has throughout this year.
I
Um,
hope not. Like I hope this not like we have a spoiler leak out there with the fact that like, hey, nothing really matters until next year. Because I feel like then that would diminish anything that Cody does. If anything, I think it makes things harder for him because he's already won the World Heavyweight Championship, the Universal Championship. All right. The story's over. Like, this is what we always wanted. But how many times have we seen, like, the chase being better than retaining? And like, that's something Cody's going to have to overcome.